Hey, what's your self-talk? Thank you for being here. You are here because you choose to grow. You choose to want to have more of a positive outlook in life, or you want to know how to work through those negative thoughts, those negative environments, and those situations we go through. So, welcome. My name is Jabari, and I have the pleasure to come into you every week and bringing you my show, What's Your Self-Talk. And the goal on this show is to give you ideas, information, and even experts that understand his growth mindset and how they're living it out, and how I want you to be able to embrace that exact same thing. All right. So before we start, I actually want to let you know where I've been heading with the show that I've been doing recently. If you look at the title, it says How to Be a Successful Entrepreneur. And this is going to be just a series, and this is going to be number 4. And I've constantly have hit on this because this is not just like something you can visit once and you're done. This is something that has so much depth to it. And I think as an entrepreneur myself, if I don't do you the justice in breaking it down into these steps and help you understand what are the mindsets that you need to embrace, then I will be doing you a disservice. So I want you to know, I'm going to go here and check out Onyx to Go. Let's go to Amazon. And I am going to pull it up here. This is a great book. This book, actually, I have the chance to work directly with Onyx and his team. And they're very passionate about their work. They're very passionate about everything that they do. So I want you to go check out this book. And I want you, if you're serious about becoming an entrepreneur, I want you to dive in and check out. So I'll pull it up on Amazon. So right here, it's the escape. It's the 4 stages of becoming a successful entrepreneur. And these are just some of the things that I am going to be talking about, and it's based off of concepts of this book. So Onyx to Go, Escape, it's right there on Amazon. You see over 300 reviews. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. All right, and then I have a special for you today. I have a tad bit of a special that I'm going to start introducing to you. One thing I always say is like I want to tell you experts, but I have a very, very personal expert of mine, one of my very mentors that I want to introduce to you today. But first, let's go into our lesson. So we're going to focus on 3 things today. The first thing I want you to understand when it comes to being a successful entrepreneur, what is the mindset that you need to embrace? Because once again, this is just not something, oh, I'm going to do it, and you automatically know how to do it. No, you have to change how you view your time. You got to change how you view your business. You got to change how you just view life, because your life do change when you decide that I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to be a successful entrepreneur. You can be an entrepreneur, but you have to ask yourself, am I choosing to be successful in my steps that I'm wanting to take right now? So this is the first thing I think is so important to understand for today, is when you want to be a successful entrepreneur, is you have to grow your network. And when you get around others who understand, hey, this is the season that you're going to go through, or these are the struggles that you're going to go through, and these are the hurdles that you're going to have to overcome. These are the skills you're going to have to embrace. And these are the people who have actually had the results that you want in your life. And when you realize, okay, if I grow my network and if I allow myself to get around those people who are doing good and who have a successful entrepreneurial mindset, then all they're going to do is help you out. Think about if you go up and ask somebody a question and you are struggling trying to figure out, okay, what is a good answer, or what is a good way to start looking at this, you will ask that person a question, and most of the time they will spit off an answer right off the bat. And most of the time that's like your parents, that's your teachers you grew up with, sometimes it's friends. And regardless if those answers are good or bad, they are able to spit off the answers. But think about when you get around other successful entrepreneurs, because you're growing your network. If you ask them a question, what are they going to do? They're going to spit off an answer for you. It's because they have it embedded inside their minds on what you need to do in certain situations, because they've studied. They've allowed themselves to go through the trials. They've allowed themselves to go through the stage of understanding what they need to do. So it's so important to start growing your network, because chances are, your family members don't understand how to be a successful entrepreneur. The people around you who probably are, an employee, they don't understand how to be an entrepreneur. That doesn't make them bad. That just lets you understand, like, hey, I love them. I understand who they are and how important they are in my life. But it's certain things that I can't turn to and ask them questions. And that's just, you just got to be honest. Like, why would you go to a banker and ask them how to paint a wall? You wouldn't do it, right? So it's doesn't mean that you don't dislike the banker. That's just, I don't go to the banker to ask them how to paint a wall. I go to the banker because I say, hey, I need a loan or I need advice on some financial situations, right? So when it comes to growing your network, understand that you need different people to ask questions. So you can ask questions, which lead me to my next point. When you start to grow as an entrepreneur, you need to learn how to ask questions and then seek your answers. When you ask questions, maybe it's like, well, how am I supposed to figure out how to do payroll? How am I supposed to figure out um, how to continue to scale or grow my business? How am I supposed to figure out the correct people I need to be around? What happened? You ask yourself the question. What's your self-talk? That's why it's a mindset. And you ask yourself the question, then you seek the answer. And when you seek answers, one of the things is growing your networking around those individuals who understand the stages you're going through. But it's also those people that have written books. People have taken out time to write books to give you those answers, because sometimes the answer that you need is better presented in the right context. Think about, why does the Bible so long? Because it goes from Old Testament to New Testament. But they want you to open it from beginning to end because that's a story. And if you understand the story and the context and how something is presented, you're able to observe it a little bit more. So I love this book. This is a book by Stephen Pressfield. But understand that you have to ask questions and seek answers. Because if you don't, guess what? You're going to base yourself on your own knowledge. And I promise the knowledge you have got you to the point you are at. But guess what? The knowledge that you have right now is probably not going to help you continue to get to the next level. So you have to ask yourself, what do I need to do to answer the questions that I have? All right. So grow your network. Get around people who understand what you want to accomplish, how much money you want to make, what's the freedom you want to have, or whatever your goal. Spend more time with your family. Whatever your goal is, you have to get around those people. And then last but not least, I need you to take advantage of this, because if you're looking at this, that's probably what you're doing, is you have learned to understand how the internet has become your greatest tool. It's become mine. I have opportunity to work directly with a coach that's all the way in another country. I have the opportunity to work with someone all the way somewhere else in the United States, in Maryland, honest to go, in a mastermind group. And so, and also you can go to YouTube and you can be able to research certain topics. You can press play. If you're somebody like me that maybe it take a while to absorb some information, you probably want to look at a video and you got to say, okay, replay that again. Let me see. Okay, one more time. I got to hear that one more time. Make sure I understood, because you want to fully grasp and understand what they're saying. And that's why I'm so passionate about doing these videos, because I understand that you have to embrace a new mindset. So that's why I ask you, what's your self-talk? What are you telling yourself? And this one specifically is being an entrepreneur. I want to be successful in this entrepreneur journey. So I am going to tell you, when you grow your network, it's people that you want to reach out to, and it's people that really care about you, and it's some people that I turn to specifically. And I'm excited about this, and I'm going to roll more of this interview out as we go on. But my personal mentor, who has tons of success, he is super successful. If I can look at his list over here, he have America's fastest growing private company. So he put in the work. So lives in College Station. So it's Texas A&M Mays Business School, Aggie 100. So he won the award for 2015 and 16 for the fastest growing Aggie owned company. So Aggie is Texas A&M mascot. So he's a former NFL player. So he went the third round draft pick. And he owned TM5 Properties, which is a company located in Texas. If you know me, I'm from Texas. So he lives in Texas. Over $500 million in sales. And that's just a little bit. So I want you to understand, when I come to you and give you information, I'm telling you from people that I listen to or I look up to. And I want you to get that same level of success. But you have to understand, you have to invest. You have to understand how to use the tools that you have. So I want you to take a look at one of this video. I had sat down with him. So check this out real quick. Won't be long, but I'll show you this tad bit, just a little hint to come back for.
I know you very well, but most people don't. Mm-hmm. So just give me a brief interview before we go into business. You know, where did this ambition and where did this mindset, this grind come from, this grit that you have now? What did it start for you and how did it start?
I would just say growing up in East Texas, single mom home at most of my life, just you learn hard work, you learn passion, and when you're in the country, there's not a lot of distractions. So in a sense that you know there's a lot of so you gotta find that passion. And for me, I always was a dreamer. I was very creative at mine, so I wouldn't visualize these things happening when everybody was like, "Well, this is just our life. This is just who we are. This is where we. This is generation after generation. We've always been there." And I'm like, "No, there's much more to life than that." So just getting that vision up front, God gave me that vision, and then having the will, the grit to pursue it. Because what I've learned is when you're a big dreamer, a big visionary type person, you're gonna have haters. And the thing is about those haters is they are dressed like friends. They are clothed and they look like family members and siblings. And so when you are trying to tell them what you want to achieve and what you want to do, they're the first ones to tell you that that's not possible. So you just get a different mindset.
So when
All right. So I told you I was gonna show you a little bit. So you hear just the mindset, just growing up in East Texas and understanding some of the things that you're gonna have to overcome when you're faced with friends that can be disguised as haters. Now, he didn't go in great depth of explaining that, but he's a straightforward person. I mean, when you think about entrepreneurs and you think about all the things they have to deal with, you have to embrace a certain mindset. And I love his mindset because he's a very God-loving man, as you can hear, but he's also understand what he's been through has only made him better, has only made him stronger. So I want you to come back and I want you to continue to learn from my personal mentor, Terrence Murphy, but also continue to understand like what I'm telling you is valuable information. And this is something that you cannot find just anywhere. Somebody's going to ask you, hey, pay this or pay that, this, be this. I'm giving this to you and I want you to use it. I want you to capitalize on it. I want you to ask me questions because when you do start doing exactly what we talk about, growing your network, seeking answers, and then using the internet as your tool, as the best tool to help you learn and grow your mindset, then guess what? What's going to happen is you're going to start becoming more of who you want to become. And you're going to start understand what are the things you need to do on a day-to-day basis. And then month in and then year to year, and you start looking back, you say, man, I'm making a lot of progress, but I still have a long way to go. So I thank you for watching today. And I thank you for just investing a little bit of time and saying, hey, I want to grow in my journey. I want to grow in my just being an entrepreneur, just growing in this correct mindset. And I want you to as well. So make sure I don't have any comments because I have not checked it. I think we're good. I think so. Here we go. All right. Yep, we're all good. So thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, and always remember, ask yourself that question. When you want to do better, when you want to have more, you want to be more, you want to do more, you got to say, what's my self-talk? Is it a positive mindset or is it negative? Is it the growth mentality or the fix? Because if it's fixed, then you're going to stay still. If it's growth, you're going to move forward. If it's negative, you're going to talk yourself out. If it's positive, you're going to talk yourself into doing it. So ask yourself that question. Take action. You know what I always ask. What's your self-talk? Thank you for watching.